I wanted to share with you some thinking because I think that as the sector has changed, as tourism has changed, as we are growing, and I think it is important that we look at few things while looking at the future. I will not be with you in Malaga. Maybe this is as well an opportunity for all of you to discuss further. And I fully trust Dirk and Cordula on conducting that discussion. I first think it is timely that we assess where we stand with the INSTO Observatory. So we will be with the Secretariat developing a questionnaire, which I think for you, it's not complicated because you are all people that are, I can say, very at ease with data and issues. I think we need to look at really the perspective for the future. We have as well within our governance, and we have some member states here present, such as Sergio, who is in many of the key committees connected to what the work of INSTO is doing. But he is as well on the governance side in the governing bodies. We, as a specialized agency, we rely on the support of the member states. And the core work that we perform is mainly related to government. Of course, we do a lot of things with the industry because it is supporting the government, and observatory are fully part of that picture. However, we have been receiving certain, I can say, not official talks on the fact that INSTO Observatory have as well non-member states. And this, while I understand the complexity of the process to access and to become an INSTO Observatory, we will need to address that internally, how we move forward, because it is a question that some countries are asking. So I just wanted to share that with you. There is no threat. We're not going to stop. We might have other modalities that we will be looking, but of course, all this is regulated by our rhythm of General Assemblies. So while we are advancing, we will be looking at that lens as well. And these are maybe things that are going to be as well included in the assessment that we want to make. I think it is important as a group to agree on the path forward. And that is on the governance side. And we were speaking about that yesterday. And on the other side, I think that we need as well to cater. Certainly the next INSTO meeting in next fall, in 2024, we might have to look at the lens and maybe take the necessary time and space. Well, we can do that in preparation online. I think it works very well. And I know that all the workshops, some of them I can attend, some I don't attend, but I'm totally aware about them, all of them. It's important that as well we look at the lens of the indicators that we are using, because as we are moving to measuring sustainable tourism statistical framework, I think that INSTO Observatory are really the champions and can be leading the way in pilot testing those indicators and integrating them at destination level. And we all know the complexity of collecting information and data, being it on economic, that's certainly the easiest, but environmental and social indicators are certainly the most complex. And I think that while we are advancing, I think this needs to be really fully taken into account. We are fully aware of that. I think that we might have some observatory that want to adopt those indicators, maybe not all of them, because then it's going to be a complex issue and challenge maybe to compare from what you have been doing to what you are going to do and how you compare those. But I think it is a great opportunity as well to align and to integrate those new indicators in the framework of your work. Most importantly, what I would like is maybe some comments and remarks and questions. That is really what I'm expecting from this very first sharing my thought. Yes.
But it's at the same time early in the morning.
Yeah. Yes.
Good morning. Well, first of all, thank you very much for the lovely evening yesterday. Really had fun. Regarding this topic, I fully support. I think we've been discussing this both on the side of the Statistics Committee, but also here at this group, that there is an opportunity for integrating and pilot testing the MST indicators in this kind of observatories. I think also provides for us as a group an opportunity for having comparability in some indicators, because at least one thing that for us as a national network on this, and we've been discussing with our colleagues from Alentejo and yesterday on this, it's important to have a common set of indicators which are precisely measured over time, so we can also learn from each other, because I think experiences of what we are doing are great. If we can even go further and compare, I think it's great in that sense. So fully support from our side.
Good morning, everybody. All of us, we know that at the local level, when the decision makers ask us to take measures, they ask us to say if the carrying capacity of the destination it is overcome, or if we have such a problem. So we need to have not only the good information, but the good benchmarking also, because it is not easy to persuade the industry, local governments, and all local people that this situation in this island, I'm speaking for our islands, it is critical now, and they have to stop growing or to change things in the consumption of water, in the consumption of electricity, the production of waste. So we need the support of our group, I can say, on this. That means that we have as possible as standardized data and benchmarking. I'm going to speak today about what we are trying to do for us in our islands, and we see that there are difficulties to have this benchmarking and all this kind of information that it is needed to help local decision makers. So I think it will be a good idea. We have discussion during the MST meeting also that we go ahead with indicators now. We have finished the framework and we're going ahead with the indicators. We have done already this kind of work within INSTO. It is difficult, but we have done a good advance 10 years now, because it is mostly we're working on 10 years on that. So we have to merge and to go on. Thank you.
Good. If there are no more questions, then thank you. Bye.
Well, I want to know where the conversation of non-member states is going. And we talked this morning, Dirk, with Becca, yes. And certainly we at Thompson Okanagan see great value in being part of the INSTO network. So just understanding where that's going and where we can advocate, obviously, but also other regions within Canada that we believe should be part of this INSTO network. There's several other DMOs and regions that are doing great work. And if we're able to encourage them to be part of this network, then maybe that will help get Canada on board. But certainly we want to see where that conversation is going. But we understand questions arising in that regard. But yeah, thank you.
As I said, there is no threat. Okay? Don't get me wrong. What I'm saying here is that we need to justify with our full members, which are supporting the functioning of the organization, which are paying our salaries. I want to be just explicit. It's all about that. I mean, we have a staff that is supporting the work, which we see immense value. Very clearly. I mean, I'm the first. I mean, it's one of the area of work in which I'm really, really fully present and active, and really, I think it is 100% that we might move and shift on requirements to become, for example, you know, we have affiliate members, so there is a fee, annual fee, which is I think 2,400 per year. We might move into that direction. Not to become an affiliate member, but we can have a group on the INSTO where there's going to be a minimal fee to be supporting. And I don't think it's going to be a problem for anyone if it is well planned in advance. And that will be then very clearly sending the message to our member states that we do not supersede the fact that the country is not a member, and that we have other members, such as we have in affiliate members, which is totally open. We have in the affiliate members, we have several groups. For example, we have universities. We have a huge network of universities, almost 100 in the world. We have destination management organizations at destination level, cities or regions. So it's and as well cities and regions which are not member states, right? So this is just the caution that we need to look at, because of course the decision makers of the organization, we are just the secretariat. We are there to serve the members. That is very clear in our minds, and I'm sure that this morning with Becca and Dirk, the conversation was about that. And certain of the members are, the countries are looking at the lands at rejoining, such as Canada. I mean, on discussion with some of the people there. I'm like Secretary General as well, met with the minister about not the last G20, it was very short because he was leaving soon, but then the previous G20, they had a very, very solid conversation. So I definitely agree that the value of membership is immense. And pilot testing, I can say, of INSTO Observatory is certainly an excellent model, really an excellent. I mean, clearly. So that's what I wanted to say. It's not about putting a threat at all. I mean, at the contrary, we want more, and it is growing more. What I'm saying here is that the conversation has come and hinted on us that this needs to be kind of looked at, because we do a lot of media coverage. Everybody is on social media, and then we have as well our governing bodies meetings, and this is where sometimes, you know, members just address and say, how does it work, you know? And they know that there is no exchange, I can say, of practices, services, and resources. So that's why I wanted to bring this up, saying that maybe in 2 years' time, because everything is decided by the governing bodies, so the next General Assembly, we might have that in motion to actually respond to the questions of the member states.
We're happy.
No, clearly. I mean, I'm just saying this is the discussion. There is, maybe I should not have brought that here, but I think it's important, and this goes back to back with the questionnaire. There is nothing that we will be doing without consulting with the group.